every day. I could not even wake up in the morning. If I really had to wake up and travel in the night, that was a problem. After I started the meditation, my fatigue has gone 100%. There's no fatigue at all. And whenever I feel sleepy during the day, what I do is I do 5 minutes meditation or 15 minutes meditation once or twice. That's it. I completely feel rejuvenated. What is also surprising to me is my first day of meditation, I felt so rejuvenated, day 1. Then day 2, day 3, and day 4, because of my energy levels, I started to work more. Then my energy went down, and I slowed down. I started to do more meditation. In the last 4 or 5 days, again I started to feel back more energy. I'm able to work with 2 hours of meditation during the daytime. It can be 5 minutes meditation, it can be 15 minutes meditation, it can be 25 minutes meditation. My productivity is very high. I'm very calm. Today evening, I was telling my mom, for the first time, I told my mom thanks in my entire life, because she connected me to this program. And one important point that I was sharing with her was irritation. I used to have a lot of irritation throughout my life, as far as I remember. I tried so many meditations, so many techniques, so much fasting, so much everything, diet change, a number of things. But everything gave me some progress, but not the required level of peace in terms of being agitated.
You went to mute, sir.
Meditation, I feel so calm, peace. I'm even responding to people very peacefully. I'm so happy. And one more thing I'm seeing is whatever I wanted to achieve in my career, right? Earlier, suppose if I wanted to get a job in a with X amount of rupees of salary, if somebody offered me X by 2 that I used to take, now I'm standing to get the job that I want. So in fact, that when someone offered me a job on last week in a particular position, that I said no for the first time. So my thoughts are very clear.
Again went mute. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That is getting on the local call. My thoughts are very clear, and whatever I'm communicating with others, they are getting it very clearly. So I really thank a lot. Thank all of you for your support. Yeah, I do have a lot more to share, but I can keep on sharing, but I think that's fine.
You can share if you have anything. You can share now also, sir. We have time.
Oh, you still want me to share some more?
Yeah, you can share 10 minutes at that time.
Okay. So one more thing that I am my ability to maintain my peace of mind in a meeting. I think yesterday my boss was giving me feedback to me that was unpleasant. Somebody complained about me, about my behavior in Dubai, and he called me from Dubai. He was saying that in a hurry, this is what that's happening, and you please change yourself. The same thing, I was listening to him so coolly, I didn't even reply anything. At the end, I said, okay, thank you. I changed my behavior. So that's it. Earlier, I used to worry so much about it. I used to ask him so many questions, and all the stuff. Now it's not there. Bujji, paiko chan, Bujji. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
That is getting some so there is a lot of peace in terms of my health, the problem that I faced for more than 2 decades, that's going away. Even at this hour, I'm able to talk so clearly, and by standing somewhere in the city, right? And that's a magic for me. That's a miracle. Earlier, at this hour, after 10 or 11, if I went out, I'd be shaking like a drunken guy. So there were people who asked me, did you drink? Right? And even I never drink because the energy was so low by evening. But today is different. So I mean, I can keep on sharing like this. So many examples, right? In just 20 days of time. And there's a lot more. Right? Yeah. So, and in fact, now I, yeah, right. So, yeah, that's all. That you can ask me some questions so that I can answer.
Anybody want to ask questions to Harikrishna sir? Please ask. Any questions to anybody?
Let me turn on my video and see if it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear, sir. Yeah, you can ask questions to sir. Actually, sir is from almost 20 years in meditation, right, sir?
20. I started my first meditation in 99.
Yeah.
And since then, I had been doing so many things. And the progress that happened was everything I did gave me some progress. Say when I started transcendental meditation, that gave me some relief, some relaxation, some peace. Again, I started yoga. I went to Himalayas to learn yoga, to practice yoga. I became a yoga master. So much, right? Depth of knowledge and awareness. But that did not give me the required level of energy. And somebody told me, you do this program, you do this fasting, you do this diet, that diet. I tried everything. And luckily, everything and gave me some progress, some wisdom, and something to understand and learn. The example I gave to my mother today evening was, suppose I have a car. I'm a car. I can drive at 50 kilometers per hour. But it requires something, some push. Say that push can be yoga. When I started to do yoga, I was going at say 20 miles or 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers, but not at 50. So something was always missing, right? In case of Gudakesha, Gudakesha, I do see that, and what do we call the vitality, rejuvenated, the experience of being rejuvenated. I'm enjoying it every day, right? So experience of being rejuvenated is key important. Is very key point once you wake up in the morning. Now I'm not waking up in the morning from sleep, but I'm waking up from something else. Still, I feel so rejuvenated, right? So these are the things. Earlier, I had to sleep at least 10 to 12 hours a day. Now, what I'm doing is 8 to 10 hours, maximum. I think 10 hours. I'm doing meditation. If it is a weekend, I'm doing 1 or 2 more hours. And interestingly, I also started the golden triangle. I could practice that only for 1 day. That day was so peaceful, but I could not practice it every day. I think it takes 50 minutes of 3 times in a day. So I'm not able to spare that much time, but I'm trying my level best. Next week I'm traveling. So I'm traveling to Dubai. So probably because I will be in Dubai, there will be no disturbance of of so many things like driving and all those things, right? So probably I'll find some time there. So I'll start practicing. So I would not know So I don't want to get into the details of what is happening inside my body, how it is functioning, the scientific explanation. Right? They're all fine. But for me, what is most important is outcome, result. So when I joined this program, I could not even say this program name proper. So I did not even bother about it. Because my mother had told me, they just started. That's it. No questions asked. Now here I am. And when I told one of my friends, she told me that, no, I don't know about this program. I don't want to do it now. I said, fine. And some 2-3 days ago, she was asking me, I think now you are not sleeping for the 17th day or 18th day. I said, yes. Right. So people are seeing and the result, they're observing, and they are also happy. And most importantly, one thing that happened in my life was some 3-4 days ago, I felt like saying thanks to my mother, heartfelt, for the first time. I mean, mother does so much for us and for me in my case, but I never felt that level of gratitude. So I called her today evening. I told her, thanks, heartfelt. Probably she's very happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's true.
And for those who have friends or or relatives or whoever dealing with fibromyalgia, I do have a good message. I think Varsha from Dubai, she messaged me. Her friend is dealing with fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia, the symptoms of fibromyalgia are this: across the body pains, entire body pains. There's no medicine, there's no diagnosis, and there's no cure. That's the condition that I had been facing. Most importantly, those who are facing with these conditions, once they have any physical activity, right? Something called as PEM, post malaise, PEM, post exertion and malaise, the body pains. The reason is not known, especially after lack of sleep. But in my case, all those symptoms were stopped on day one. So I do not know the scientific explanation for it. I don't want to get into it because now I don't have time for that.
Do you know the scientific explanation also?
Sorry?
Do you know the scientific explanation behind that?
I did not even bother to think about it because see, some 10 years ago, I started to examine and understand, learn every detail, but that did not give me the help. So now I don't need to know the explanation. All I need is the help. So why shall I even care about it? Right? From a
Actually, the fibromyalgia means you have something in your body. The muscle will be thick, right?
Hardened.
Hardened, right? Some parts it is hardened, right? The muscle will
correct.
be right. Yeah. If you do any exercise, anything also, it will increase like anything. If you touch that part
Pain,
also,
discomfort,
then,
yes.
Yeah,
it becomes too sensitive.
Yeah. You are not able to any exercise also. If you do, it will increase like anything.
Correct. By not knowing that, I practiced yoga for 7 years.
Yeah.
Then I stopped.
But yeah, if you are doing yoga, it is okay for you. That moment?
I did not try yoga in the last 6-7 years.
Yeah, but when you are doing the yoga, you have that problem? No, right?
No, when I was doing yoga, I was gaining stamina, but not energy.
But how you got that fibromyalgia? Is there any emotional imbalance is there to create that one?
I believe 2 factors. One is chronic malnutrition. Second one is emotional factors.
I always feel that it's not because of the nutrition, maybe because of the emotional thinking only. I think
they both complement each other. Suppose if we have strong emotions, then the nutrition does not matter. And even if you have good nutrition, no strong emotions, then it matters. Right?
Yeah. Because why I am asking all these questions means 4 years back, I have the same problem. I don't know that the name we can keep that forever. Fibromyalgia, myalgia. You said right. I don't know that name we have to keep for that one. If I want to, I was trying like anything from 8 years to come out that problem. If I want to do any yoga, any exercise, my body pains will increase like anything. If I walk also, it is not suitable for me.
Correct.
Okay, my energies are draining like anything. 8 years back. Okay, 4 years. Then also I tried so many exercises, yoga, nutrition, diet, everything I tried. I'm not able to control my weight and everything also. So because of that, once is there any problem is there in your body, automatically affect on hormones and everything, right? So that happened.
Because
For me.
You clearly asked me. I would like to share one thing. I can even show it with some little bit explanation. On the shoulder, there was almost 4 to 5 inches of muscle. Maybe if I can guess the diameter, it can be almost this much diameter.
Yeah, it will be very hard.
Correct.
Yeah. I don't know that the name is what you said, but later once you came to meditation 2 years back,
that's gone.
Slowly vanished by itself, total body.
Correct.
Yeah, now I'm free from everything that I cannot see anywhere in my body that hard muscle.
Correct. Excellent. Thanks for sharing that. But I'm also using some other thing called as the noni pulp. Noni pulp. I started that some 2 months ago. That reduced that muscle by 50% in the first and few days. Now that hardened muscle is gone in calf, legs. It's gone almost. And here I have to see if it is there or not. So I have to feel it. I have to spend some time to feel it. So it is really helping fibromyalgia.
Yeah, but it's for me it's vanished everything. Nothing is there.
So how many days you took?
No, I didn't take anything. Just when I started the meditation 2 years back, my body became repaired by itself.
So how long you took? I mean, to repair completely?
After coming Gudakesha, it took almost 8 months, 6 to 8 months for me.
8 months, right?
Repair.
Yeah.
6 months, I think.
Yeah. My wife started to ask me, "Are you going to practice the meditation for the rest of your life?" And like this.
Good sharing, actually.
Thanks. I think someone wanted to. They want to ask a question.
Yes, Smita madam, please unmute. Smita madam, unmute. Sorry.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
I'm not here. I'm not. So I wanted to check. You were also meditating earlier, right? So you did Anapanasati in the morning, and that did not help you.
No. I did not do what you asked me. I have done transcendental meditation and Siddhi. Siddhi helped me up to some extent. Everything I did helped me. There's no doubt. But it did not help me to the extent, like the example I gave you, the car. With my capability, I can drive. I can go at 50 miles per hour speed. But with whatever the sluggishness or blockages in terms of, the wording can be anything. I keep that wording aside. But whatever the reasons, I could only drive at about 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers or 20 miles. So it's a lot of time to reach the goal. But I think now I started to feel totally different. The experience itself is different.
I understand. Yeah, thanks. So this is a little, so before Gudakesha, you've done other forms of meditation, but not Anapanasati in the mornings.
Yeah, nothing. But I have done the restorative yoga for years.
Yeah.
That did not help.
Actually, one of my client, she did yoga and she was already meditating, but then, yeah, to some extent it had helped her mentally, but not physically. But then after changing her complete diet and other things, her fibromyalgia went away.
Correct. See, fibromyalgia, the solution is multi-dimensional approach. And you do only diet, it won't help. And you do only meditation, it won't help. Right? And you do and only one thing, it won't help. And
majorly, it has to do with emotional release of anger that is trapped in the body.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you'll have to work on that. I mean, not you. Generally, people have to work on that.
It may not be angry.
It is a emotional release of anger has to happen. Childhood, typically childhood related and things like that.
In my observation, not just anger. It can be any kind of negative emotions. Yeah, it can be anything. It can be jealous. It can be fear.
Yeah.
It can be any of this.
A combination of a lot of things. Yeah.
Correct. There's no one thing that we can say.
Right.
I think these days I'm coming across so many people facing this fibromyalgia. It's interesting to understand.
Because too many people are, people are thinking too much. People are, see, in the past, I think when we've seen our ancestors, and they, let's say the ladies, for example, they wouldn't really bother too much if the husband was too bossy or anything. They would just, this is how husbands are and this is how they are. But then these days, if you meet ladies, they'll actually say, see, this is what my right is. I'm not getting love in the house. I'm not getting respect in the house. That it's the mentality, it's the expectations, it's the kind of consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It is the awareness that has increased, and the wants have increased, the needs have increased. So which means the thinking patterns have changed. So overall, the blocks are more. Correct. So in the past, I don't think people were worrying too much about their needs and likes and dislikes. They just did their duty. So correct. I think these days you'll find a lot of people like that because of many of these issues, lifestyle issues.
I think it's 4%. 4% are facing it and fibromyalgia. See, I stopped getting into the data points. I only want to enjoy my life. So
yeah. I think it doesn't
matter. I'm not bothered about any of those now. That's it.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, true. True. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing, sir. If any experience are there, you can share it every day. No problem.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
We'll start a guided meditation.